Welcome to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's now.
And today, y'all, we are here to do our recap of the 90-Day Fiancé that happens the other way. This is season 6, episode 16. And it got something to do with, don't get me lying,
Right.
Daughter of the Bride. Yes. So if y'all haven't already, Shade Squad and all of our new viewers, y'all go ahead and hit that like button.
And that subscribe button. It's about
Yeah,
Vivian.
they talking about Vivian. Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, we really enjoyed this episode. We'd love to know your thoughts. Make sure y'all drop down in the comments. But I don't want to waste no time. I want to get into the Vivian of it all. So let's get into it and let's
Right.
get shady. First, we start off with Statler and Dempsey, y'all. Now, Statler has been off for 2 weeks and she has to start working the next day. She was trying to give herself a little bit of time to get acclimated to van life. Her and Dempsey seem to be doing okay. But then she starts to freak out when she realizes that she has no internet for her computer because she can't use the basically there's no reception on the phone, so she can't get the hotspot, therefore, to get her computer going.
Yeah, I didn't think it was enough anyway. It wasn't enough to push it.
Right. So Dempsey suggested that, and I no shade. No, I don't think I've ever been in maybe something small, but like even when I try to hook up my son's tablet, like if we're in the car to my hotspot, it's not gonna push through. It'll give him a little bit, but it's gonna be spotty. So to think that you're gonna like work, I thought that was a crazy idea.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. So basically, she ain't got no service. She's getting all, antsy. They find a spot to park. And then she realizes that the router, I guess, won't fit into the outlets in the van. I'm imagine probably because she didn't get the converter because they have different plugs over there. But
I think no. I think it was just that it didn't fit. Like the one that Dempsey went and got, it just turned a different way.
So it was just okay.
Something there blocking it, yeah.
So basically, so Dempsey is like, well, she tells Dempsey, I need you to go basically get this charger and these batteries, and she needs it done today. So this is when we see, and we're not 15 minutes in yet, so I'm gonna be careful on what I say. But this is when we see Statler get into her a-hole mode, okay? Even though we've seen her in this mode since she's been pretty much been here. So except when she was loving on the bees, right? Now, that's what, maybe that's what Statler needs to do. She likes bugs, she likes bees. Maybe she needs to be one with nature. Maybe that is her person. That seems to be the only thing that makes her happy, because everything else makes her anxious.
Well, no, she don't really like to be outside like that. She likes to be, in her comforts, in her home.
I don't know. So Dempsey says that Statler could, basically could have tested all this out in the 2 weeks that she was off.
When she said that, she said Homegirl had 2 weeks to do this. So
and waited till the morning of her to start working.
When I tell you when Dempsey's, because I was like, when Statler was talking, I was like, girl, you was off for 2 weeks. And then when Dempsey said she had 2 weeks and now she wanted to rush me, I said, okay. I love when Dempsey just sat there with her book. I'll get to it when I get to it.
I was here for Dempsey. And so basically, Statler's just kind of feeling like she's not being very supportive and she's annoyed. She feels like it's one thing, Dempsey feels like, this is one thing after another. This girl ain't never happy, as I stated. And so basically, Statler's like, I don't feel your concern. So she's like, I've been driving. I've been the only one driving. Okay. And we got in late last night. So I'm a little tired. Can I get a minute, please? And so, and because let's not forget to mention that she can't lay down because Dempsey is using the sleep space for her office.
Mm-hmm.
So poor girl ain't got nowhere to go, for real, for real. So all she can do is sit and read a book. When I tell you, when she broke down and cried, I felt her. That was the tired cry. Child, I knew that. I know that. Um, so yeah. So
Tired of
basically,
her.
and that too. So Statler says that she was under the impression that Dempsey was going to be a van wife, while she worked, and she feels like Dempsey isn't taking her role seriously enough, and she the provider, so she want to be catered to. So then Dempsey finally decides she's gonna go into town and get the things that she needs, and I love that she did this. We see her
Mhm.
um, go out and go on, what was it, the
The date.
shamanics
No, I don't remember.
shamanics or some, I don't know, but it has beautiful panoramic views of the mountains. I believe they were in France. It was absolutely amazing.
Shamani or something. Shamani. I don't remember.
Now don't get me wrong, I have a thing with heights, but it does look beautiful. But I have a thing with heights, being up
She
there.
said, "I'm not in a rush to get back because her monitor's working without the adapter. So basically, I'll get back when I get back. I am enjoying myself."
And basically, Sadler feels like Dempsey's off in her own world. And she admits that she feels like,
And
she's being used because she's stuck working while she said Dempsey is off in fairyland.
and
So then I wasn't mad at it. So when Dempsey finally gets back a few hours later, she's like, okay, if you want to go, because Statler's like, oh, what did you do? And so she's like, oh, I had a nice day in town, and this is, and now she done started cooking dinner, so she really is on her van wife duties. That's why I said she's just tired, okay? And you complaining about every damn thing. This girl is worn out, all right.
mhm.
And just, I know she's like, single life was just so much better. Me just living in my little whatever she was living in.
She I think she said something like she didn't expect this for van life to be like this.
So then basically Dempsey lets her know that because she was off for 2 weeks, she has to work every day for the next 30 days. So her popping out and doing much probably isn't going to happen. And at this point, Dempsey brings her dinner, and she's just tired. You can see it in her face. And she just starts breaking down crying, and Statler's like, "What's
I
wrong with
thought
you?"
I thought that was part of the reason Dempsey was crying
What?
is because Statler is gonna have to work for 30 days straight. So I mean, she probably wants her to go along with her on these trips, but also that means it's gonna be more days like this where she's complaining, she feels some type of way about her going to enjoy herself while she's stuck in the van working. So she's gonna have to deal with this mess for 30 days straight.
I never thought about it like that. I didn't see it like that. I saw it as tears of frustration and
Mm-hmm. I think it
annoyance.
was that too. I think it
Um,
was that too.
I think that she's fed up. I think she's realizing she made a big mistake. And I think it's also a hard position to be in when you are dependent on someone for their finances
Mm-hmm.
and they treat you like,
Yeah.
and what else are you going to do? So it's a bad spot to be in. So like I said, I really, in that moment when she was like just broken down, I was like, I get it, girl, because I feel it for you. I feel it for you, sister. All right. Let's get over to these nuts.
Harper and Shekinah.
Oh, is it oh yeah, it is them. You know what? I forgot because I didn't
Ugh,
because I
you
didn't
take
take
no
no
notes.
notes for them. Yeah.
So Sarper is outside the operating room, losing his damn mind, wishing he was able to be in there. But 3 hours later, she comes out of surgery. He tells her that, you know what, you look beautiful, even with all these bandages. And basically, even if she stayed like that, he would love her anyway. He promises to take care of her. He said that he loves her like this, all vulnerable. So he can be the
Because
perfect
she
nurse.
needs him.
Yes, he said he's going to be the perfect nurse for her. And she gets emotional
He was
because
actually very sweet and attentive. I mean, I don't
he
know if
was.
that was just for the cameras, but he was very sweet.
Yeah, he was. She gets emotional because we know this is what she wanted. She was concerned about this from the beginning. And, I think she kind of said their relationship will hinge on whether he, can take care of her and cater to her while she's in her vulnerable state. So she says she's impressed. That's it. That's all, folks.
Oh, that's it. That's all. All right. So we're getting into James and Tata. James and Tata and the parents. They're going for a tasting for their wedding menu. James said that there's been some friction because in most Indonesian families, I guess it's cultural. The parents dictate how the wedding goes. And James thinks that Tata's father believes he's an American, and he should have money and continues to just keep adding things to this growing tab. And they ain't really got it. They really barely got a pot to piss in. Well, they're pissing in his pot. So Tata tries to tell her, her dad no to two different chicken options. She says she's stressed because they have over 3,000 people, and that's just her daddy's side.
That, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's struggling to try to keep everyone happy. Um, James talks about how spicy the food is in
I wonder
Indonesia.
what type of location they have in this ceremony with 3,000
I
people.
don't know. Mess around. Better hope they don't have no plague like Brandon and Mary had in the middle of their ceremony with 3,000 guests.
You can't deal with you.
Just saying. And so basically he asked Tata if she wants to talk about basically not wanting a child with her parents, and she was like, I think you should head up that conversation, which is so weird because then they show the flashback where she's like, I think we should tell them.
Well,
So
no, no. What happened was, yes, she did tell him that she wanted him to talk to his parents, but what he was saying was, do you think now is a good time to do it? And she was like, that's up to you, basically. She was like, well, I think what she said was, you ask yourself that if now was a good time to talk to them about it.
well, James clearly felt like it was a good time.
I
So
think he did it because it was in public. Remember what he said?
yeah, that's true. Um, but like he ain't got to go home with him. But okay. So
Mm-hmm.
Tata fears after the wedding, that they're gonna be waiting for her to pop out a baby. James explains in their culture that basically they get married to have children. He tells her parents that with everything going on in the world, he isn't sure that if he even wants kids. And Tata translates this to her parents. Her mother basically reiterates what James just told us. The whole primary goal of marriage is having children. And James questions, well, what if he doesn't want to? And her father tells him basically like you won't leave a legacy. And her mother basically kind of comes in and says, that marriage is going to be empty without children. And I said, well, damn, lay it on thick, the guilt of it all. And then poor Tata, she can cry on cue. So of course, she's sitting up there with tears in her eyes. And so he asked basically if they think he's being selfish. And even though he doesn't care, that's why I was like, well, why even ask? Because we know you don't care, but okay. And basically the mom says that she can't answer that, but thinks that one day when they're financially stable, he might be more open to the idea. And I feel like she gave him an excuse
Mm-hmm.
to just keep pushing,
Mm-hmm. The
like,
goalpost.
yeah, just pushing the goalposts. Um, and so because even he says that, and he says basically he knows the response pleases them, but they're putting on because they're out in public and they really don't care about his reasons and they want them to have a child, period.
But then also in the confessional, even though he told them that in the confessional, he said he don't see himself changing his mind. And that, to me, I took that as whether you're financially stable or not.
No, I took that the same way. I absolutely took that the same way. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this
Ooh,
episode.
this is
'Cause,
long. Goodness. Okay.
well, I mean, we done ran through them so fast because really this is the meat and potatoes of this
It's
episode. This is what the people came for.
It was good. It was good. This is why I came. Josh and Lily, y'all.
Whew.
So
We
Josh,
find out Josh is a real brokey. He is a career brokey. Okay, meaning that this is his career is being broke and trying to get women's money.
Sure. So Josh took Jared to the mall while Lily waits for her daughter Vivian to show up. And they're planning to meet later. Now he knows Vivian's not his biggest fan. He said that there was an issue between the three of them, but he feels like they resolved it. I felt some type of way because I was like, why we don't know what the issue is? Why you ain't say what the issue is? It was given, it was clearly him. You were
Oh, of
the
course.
issue, sir. Now, apparently, her daughter, this is her daughter from her previous marriage. She's 27, and she's an actress that lives in Beijing.
Oh, is she an actress? Why did I think it was a model? Okay.
I remember this saying actress.
No, you might be right. You might be right. That's why I was asking. I was like, oh, was it an actress? Because and I'll be honest, when she said my daughter, I caught Beijing. I even rewound it back and I didn't catch it the second time. So I just assumed because she looks very, tall, slim. I assumed she was a model.
So she gets there. She got her little dog named Rolex. I thought that was super cute. I was like, oh, little yappy ass dog. But she said, that her and her daughter are super close. That's her best friend. Vivian says that she hasn't seen her mom in 8 months, and she thinks she is just too love struck on Josh. She don't like Josh's broke ass.
Yeah,
and
she really did say that.
Or her mom taking care of him. Okay, so she's showing her daughter around the house and some things that need to be put together, and she's like, "Why ain't he taking responsibility for this?" She
I'm
makes
with her. I said, you better, Vivian, you better tell it. If mama ain't got no sense, talk some sense into her.
basically. So she's making up excuses, talking about, I did this before he got here and stuff like that. She said that he couldn't even emotionally support you remotely. You came to me while you had a whole husband. I said, oh, Vivian, no. Okay. Then she said, do you remember the Vietnamese woman? I said, we ain't hear about this. Lily.
We showed it.
Lily said, oh, well, he apologized for that. She said not everything can be resolved with an apology. Apparently, Josh had changed his profile picture on WeChat to one with him and a Vietnamese woman. Josh said it was one of his friends that had passed away, and that's why he posted it. But then they found out later that this was a woman he was dating who was very much still alive. Nick. What ain't shit? What ain't shit?
And this is what's so crazy. It always be like the broke down, disgusted. Like, look at Lauren.
They ain't got nothing but time on their hands, girl. They ain't got nothing but time to be playing all it is. So Vivian said that basically her mama should have showed him the door. Lily said that he avoided all of her questions about the situation. Then 4 months later, he reached back out to her, talking about how he missed her, wanted to get back together. She said the situation definitely speaks to his character, but she left it all in the past. She said now they're married, they live together, and she's hoping for a positive future. And Vivian said, child, I don't even want to see this man. Okay. So then they met at the little tea restaurant place. Okay. Josh and Jared arrived. Vivian said she a little nervous, to meet my new dad. Vivian asked Josh if this is the first time he's been to China, and he said yes, he's glad he made the choice because he loves it here. She said, you love it here or you love my mom? Now, Let me say something. Literally, I thought the same thing when he said it. So you're not just here to visit. You're here because of someone.
I cannot wait till next episode when Lily finally tell her they ain't touched each other since. Oh boy,
because he want that other chick. So Jared asked Vivian, do you feel comfortable or do you still have a lot of questions for Josh? She said, I still got a lot of questions. She said, because I know the woman from Vietnam. He explained that, they were in a long distance relationship. Lily had a lot of doubts. They had arguments and breakups, and he didn't know if he would ever meet Lily in person. And he said he needed companionship, so he dated her. Vivian said, yeah, but you lied and said that the woman had passed away. Josh said, oh, no. To me, she was no longer
alive. Right.
Yeah. She said, oh, okay, so then it's not a lie then? He said that they weren't together at the time and Lily was still dating the American guy. Lily said that's BS. She said that she started chatting with a new guy after she deleted Josh. He said, but after they got back together, they were still, her and the dude were still communicating. Lily got upset. She was like, no, that boy lying. Okay. He said he started
try to make come up here and try to make me look like I'm a thought.
Right. He said he saw the messages. Apparently, the messages he was referring to was just her diary. Then he started talking about how he saw new messages on a dating app. She said he's a damn lie. Okay. And she's not like him. She can't be dating multiple people at once. She said, I ain't no hoe. Okay. I ain't no, I keep my clean. Okay.
You stupid.
Then she turns around, tells Josh, I think you are so terrible. Lily. Oh my goodness, this is what
I
we were.
love how, you know what's so funny? I love how her saying like he's terrible is like because she's just so classy based.
Yes, I don't even think
that's the word. She ain't gonna cuss you out. She just, you
what's
are terrible.
what's crazy is, I mean, I felt it when she said it, but I really don't even think it phased Josh, because he's
Right.
like that's all you got, girl. Listen to your daughter. Trust me, she know how to get it. She know how to get in there. Okay. Now he said, I told you your daughter was going to try to destroy our marriage, and I was correct. He said we need to focus on now and move. I'm sorry, not focus on now and move forward. Jared tried to intervene and said,
Did no one else get alarmed when he said that? And I was like, if this, I tell y'all, if for the new viewers, if you're new here, Shade Squad already know. When I am not watching this, I am watching ID channel. Okay. And Snaps. Okay. And please understand that what came out his mouth is the makings of somebody that is planning your demise and reaping the benefits from it. I'm keeping it clean because we're on YouTube, but y'all get what I'm saying, what I'm putting down. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, think about it. Rewind the tape. Think about it. It did. I don't know. For me, it didn't sit right with me. It was like, oh, I don't know. People who want to alienate you and everybody else is wrong and da, da, da. Yeah, and then Lily gonna accidentally fall down the stairs.
You so silly.
From trying to put up or fall off the ladder, trying to put up the projector that he wouldn't help her with.
Jared intervenes and says, you coming at Lily, but it was Vivian that asked the question. He's like, I don't care. I don't care who asked the question. This is not, I don't have a relationship with her. I mean, we're somewhat related, but this is between me and my wife. I just care about my wife.
That was so disrespectful. And
I'm so disrespectful. Jerry got in his ass. He basically told him that he needs to be a little bit more sensitive. They kind of had a back and forth because Josh ain't know what
Josh started getting disrespectful. Like, basically, if you're not going to agree with me, shut up.
Exactly. Vivian said when someone says something to Josh that he doesn't like, he'll verbally attack them. That's exactly what just happened. He told Lily he doesn't care about anybody else. What about them? She said we need to think about our wedding. Whether we
because I bet you he got a life insurance policy on that.
On who? Who paying it? You think she added him to her policy? No. Or you think he got one on her that he's paying for? He ain't got no money.
Girl, you don't watch, I guess because I be up when, again, I sit and watch ID all day during the noontime. That's when they run all them old people commercials for life insurance. Girl, you can be getting for like 10 cents. It don't take much. I mean, for valuable life insurance, you gotta, but I'm just saying.
He needs to be making some
time. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's paying that, if she's paying the thing on that.
What?
For him. I can absolutely see him convincing her that, oh yeah, I need this paid just in case to protect ourselves and Lily and if not, then you don't. I
got a whole grown daughter. She's 27. I don't need you for real.
Clearly, I don't know what got Lily this caught up. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead, because
I was done.
Oh, because then this part that she was dating the other guy and she stopped dating the other guy after Josh reached back out to her. So clearly Lily can find somebody else. Why she wants to deal?
I knew that wasn't the problem.
And I mean, no shade, but it don't seem like he really put her down that often. So I don't understand what the whole thing about Josh is. Like, what is he really offering you? And if anybody is giving the emotional support, it's her. She's not getting it. So I'm really confused. And I can't say I hope she doesn't marry him because she's already married to him.
Exactly. So when she said, "Are we gonna keep it or cancel?" I'm like, "Girl,
Girl,
it don't
bye.
make a difference. Y'all already married.
I don't know, but
Either
yeah,
you gonna stay together or get a divorce. Is that what you mean?"
right. I'm really and I'm sure she done paid for it already. What? It was Wednesday and they said it was on
Yeah,
Friday.
it's on Friday. So
Yeah, you done lost your money already, girl. You might as well enjoy the festivities and then file for divorce a couple days later.
have a party.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all, let us know your thoughts on this episode of the 90 Day Fiance the other way. If you haven't already, please go ahead and make sure that you hit that like button for us.
Make sure you comment
Make sure that you guys are subscribed.
and hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. Yeah, y'all, we will catch you next week for another recap and this foolishness that is the 90 day that happens the other way. Y'all have a good night. Bye bye.